All right, all right, all right. In this video, I am going to teach you how to use Canva to create a Facebook business page header image. And let's go ahead and get started here. First, let me kind of just quickly show you a little bit about Canva. If you want to use Canva and you never used it before, you can get a free account and you can do everything that I'm about to show you, you can do with a free account, and there's no problem with that. Uh, However, if you want to be able to download images for free, in the price that you're paying, I guess is a better way of saying that, you can get a pro account, and there's literally millions of photos and free graphics that you can that become included. Lots of templates, all kinds of cool stuff. It's $9.95 per month billed yearly, or $12.95 per month billed monthly. So I highly recommend. I use it quite a bit, so I highly recommend that you go with the pro account. But the free account, like I said, will work just fine. So I'm going to go over here. I've logged in. And I'm going to just really quickly kind of focus on the task at hand, which is going to be to create a Facebook cover photo. So they've got an option right here, and don't be fooled, because the one of the very few very tiny little flaws is that with Canva is that this size is not perfect. It's not not exactly the way you want it. So I'm going to have you start, and I'm going to have you start off with creating a design. And I want you to use custom dimensions. And the width on this needs to be 820 pixels. These are the sizes for 2020. So for what it's worth, if you're looking at this video 2 years from now, in 2022, things might have changed, but 820 wide by 360 high. So we're going to go ahead and create that design, and that's going to set up a canvas that would be perfect for the desktop version of Facebook. Okay, but the problem with trying to create a Facebook header that only works in desktop or in this size is that on mobile, the size that they're actually going to display is slightly smaller, and they don't automatically resize the image for you. So what you have to do is you have to kind of design for mobile and kind of allow for the desktop to kind of fill in around it if the consumer is looking at your Facebook page from a desktop. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into the elements, and what I highly recommend is that you go through all of this and look around at the different things that are here, elements and photos and music and videos and backgrounds. Just if you've never used it before, just play with it, and kind of, you can't break it, right? So click on things, try it, click on, once you get them on the design surface, if you don't like it, just click on it and delete it, and just play around it. And but I'm going to kind of keep us kind of focused here. So what I like to do when I'm designing a Facebook header is I like to put in a tool that helps me with my safe zone, so that I know I'm designing for both Facebook mobile and Facebook desktop. So I'm going to grab this rectangle shape here, and I'm just going to put it out here. And the size that you need for mobile is 640 by 312. So I'm going to make sure that this is 640 pixels wide. So 630, 640 right there. And then I'm going to make sure that it's 312 pixels tall. And I'm just using the black box that pops up with the guide that says how many pixels is it. And I want to get it to 312. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this so that it's centered right there. See the crosshatch where you've got the purple vertical line and the purple horizontal line, and that's telling you that the positioning of this item is centered both up and down and left and right. So I'm going to drop it right there. This gray space is the space that I want to design in now. This is the space that's going to work well on both desktop and mobile. And again, I'm just going to build something fairly simple here. And I'm redoing my header because I noticed that when I did it, I had one spelling, one grammatical issue, and one thing that I'd like to do to improve the look and feel. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a photo in here, and the photo that I want is actually one that I've uploaded, and I've been using this for quite a while. So the photo is down here. A lot of projects that I've worked on, all included in here. And so here we go. It's this photo right here. So I'm going to drag this photo, and I want to use the picture of me with the coffee cup. And so I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to make it so that it's kind of right in the bottom, the corner of my safe zone. I'm going to drag this up so that I know it's 312 pixels high. and just make sure that that's just right. Now, I don't want the kitchen background and the appliance and all that stuff. I want to remove that out. I just want me as a person there, right? So I've got the image selected. You can see the controls here. I'm going to go on the effects menu up here in the menu bar, and I'm going to use the background remover option, and that's going to do pretty much exactly what it says. It's going to remove everything that's not the person out of this picture. So you can see it's kind of working here. Give it a couple more seconds and it'll chug away, and I'll click off this and literally it's going to repaint that, and voila, no more background, just the person. All right, so that's pretty cool. Now, I'm gonna make this fairly simple. I just want to have a headline and a subheadline that call out to the audience that I'm trying to attract on my business page. So I'm literally just going to add two text options here. So I'm going to go on the text menu, and I'm going to choose the option that's right here, the add a headline. And I'm going to drag this up here. Oops, let me grab this and make sure I get it. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to put it right about there. So it's kind of a little bit down from the top, a little bit in from the side. I'll expand this over a little bit, right about there. And then there's a tool up here that will allow you to set the alignment. Right now it's centered. If you click it again, it's going to left justify it. If you click it again, it's going to left and right justify. Click it again, it's going to right justify. I want it left justified. So, and then I'm going to add my text in here. I'm just going to be, it's always a good time to start an online side hustle. All right, that's my headline. So what I'm going to do here, not a fan of a couple of things. A, I don't want the color of the text to be blue. I mean, to be black, I want it to be blue. B, I don't like that font. I want to use a different font. And C, the spacing between the various lines of this, I want to kind of collapse that up a little bit because I need some more room down here, but I like the positioning at the top, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix those three things. So first thing is I'm going to change the text color. I'm going to make it a blue that I use quite a bit. Second thing, I'm going to change the spacing. So I'm going to go to the line height, and I'm going to make that 1.1. Works pretty well, I think. All right, so it didn't get it exactly the way I wanted it, so I'm literally just going to come in here and make it 1.1. Whoops, and then the third thing that I want to do here is I want to change the font. Merriweather is fine for some things. My general font that I use so that people know that it's me and kind of consistency is Ubuntu. So I'm in the search menu here and I'm searching for Ubuntu, and now that's going to allow me to change the font to Ubuntu. All right, you know what, I do want to pull that up just a little bit now, so I'm going to grab and just bring it up just a tiny little bit. And it doesn't need to be quite so wide because I want to make sure that I get another subheading here, and I want to make it be about the same width. So I'm going to add a subheading now, and that's going to be right below this, but I'm going to kind of do something like this. I'm going to get on there. All right, so I've got it there, and I need to get it there, and I'm going to pull it down just a little bit more. So now in my subheading, I'm going to have that say, but perhaps it's never been more necessary. Okay, so again, not a huge fan of the font, not a huge, the line spacing is cool, not a huge fan of the font, not a huge fan of the color. So, and then I'm gonna actually call out this, I'm gonna make this bold and italic. And the other thing that I want to do with all of this is I want to make it all, okay, so I'm going to change the font size here. I'm going to bring it down to 16. I want to make it all caps. So, because I kind of want people, I like my headline, but I want the subheadline to have some emphasis too. So again, need to change this font. I'm going to bring this to Ubuntu as well. And maybe I can go back to 18 with that font. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And then I'm going to change the text color. I'm going to use this green that I use quite a bit. And I think that's pretty good. So I've got it looking pretty good, except I don't like that big gray box there, right? So, you know, if I click on, I don't want that gray box there. I was really just using that as my guide for my safe, quote unquote, safe zone for, being compatible with both mobile and desktop. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the shape, and now I'm going to get rid of it. And look at that, it's nice and clean, and it's doing exactly what I want it to do. It's calling out to people who are wanting to start a side hustle, that are realizing that right now is a really good time to do that. I'm going to kind of help with that. So here you can see this is all looking pretty good. What's going to end up happening when this gets uploaded to my page is, on mobile, this edge over here is going to be set up so it's literally right on the edge of the phone screen, so it looks like that image is coming in off the edge of the phone, and it's going to look great. On desktop, it does look like it's kind of floating there, and that's cool. It's fine. Most people are going to see it from their phone anyway, so I'm fine with that. But you could do some things and get a little more complex with this so that you kind of go the full width, and there's some stuff that you can do. I really want to just keep this simple for now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give it a name. So this is Keith Chat. How about if I spell my name right? That would be really awesome. Facebook business page header. Okay, so you can see over here, I'm going to click off of this, and it's going to say that there's unsaved changes. It's saving them, and now all changes are saved. That means it's safe to download this. And I'm going to use this down arrow with the line under it. That's the download option. Everything here is going to be just fine. I'm going to click download, and it's preparing, and you'll see down here in the downloads bar, it's going to bring that in. I've got some previous ones here that I've deleted, and I'm going to show in folder, and you can see here that I've got this image, right? So I'm literally just going to go over onto my Facebook page. See, what I did before was I didn't put this section in all caps, and I forgot the apostrophe in here, so I'm fixing that image, those mistakes. So I'm going to click the edit, and I'm going to choose upload photo, and I'm going to go to my downloads if I'm out there. And this, the downloads location might be different depending on what browser you're using. I'm using Chrome, so I'm going to click that, and I'm going to use open. And look at that, I've got the proper grammar, I've got all capitalized. I'm going to save those changes. And again, I know on desktop here, it's kind of, may look a little weird, but on mobile, that is going to be the outer edge of the screen, and it's going to literally look like it's just, it was built for it. And so there you go. There's a quick tutorial on how to use Canva to create a Facebook header image for a business page. And I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon in the next video.